Hi Taurus, thank you for joining me. This is your inner compass soul connection reading. So it's gonna be, I'm gonna be picking up a connection that is extremely significant to you. Extremely, it's like a soul bond, very, very important. All right, okay. So I already got the jumpers and put it on the table. I didn't wanna waste time shuffling because it takes a lot of time to shuffle this specific card. All right, okay. Let's see what you have. We have four of water, two of fire, two of water, seven of fire. Then we have actually this hanged man and three of earth, and then we have patience, which is in regular tarot is temperance. So, all right. The first thing the first thing I'm getting is that momentum. Momentum is gaining and momentum is taking place, and especially it's coming from you. With the four of water, I really feel that there is this connection that you are almost like obsessively fixated on, not in a negative way. Please note that. Obsessively fixated on, and you have been, and that has been a case for quite a long time. But you kind of held your emotion. You have a lot of deep emotion, feelings towards this connection, but you almost like you behaved or remained throughout this course. I feel like it's a long time coming, and you kind of looked at it like almost like whatever happened in the meantime. You kind of a silent observer, observing things are unfolding in front of you in regards to this relation. I do feel that there has been a lot of ups and downs. There has been a lot of disappointment due to you being underground, due to you being silent observer rather than active participator, like participant in this whole connection. And but this is something, like you see, it consumes all of your attention, this connection. It consumes all of your thoughts. When you think about future, the first thing comes to your mind in relation to future. You think about this connection. You don't really know right now that how that future gonna look like. I don't think you have a very precise image in your mind. Oh, I wanna, we wanna have family, or like all this step by step kind of thing. I don't think you do have anything like that, but you have a dense image of concentration towards this connection, and it's like it became your, almost like everything you do, everything you have been doing in the during this time has been motivated by this connection. Because you are, but I don't think you have been very good keeping everything within yourself, because I really feel like that you are like a, almost like a underwater mermaid, holds a lot of emotion and feelings, but it's your territory, and you do not share that with anybody, and you don't even explain why. You don't feel like it's like there is a very focused, stubborn kind of energy, but in a very good way, like I'm saying, like obsessive, like it's not that you are like like pulling your hair through anxiety. It's like a sudden sense of focus there. It's like you are just sensing this connection in your every cell, but not really sharing anything, because you feel like you need to go somewhere, you need to reach certain point before you can do that, and you are waiting for that indication when universe or you yourself from within can tell you, yes, this is time. And you don't know what the certain moment is, but you are assured, you are assured that when that moment come, you will feel it, and you are just there. And during the, oh wow, okay, it's all one card, okay. And I really feel like that's like there is it's like a in there is on externally, I do feel that you have the desire to, you know go forward. You have the desire, you have a lot of passion for this person, but this passion is kind of entangled with a lot of emotion. So when physicality and emotional component coming together in this passion, but I feel like you have not been doing anything practically, externally, to go and get this lamp. It always feel like 1 feet away from you. It always feel like that. That's the moment I was talking about. You feel like no matter what, you never felt that you are on the spot. It always feel like whatever you want to touch it's like 1 feet away from you. Does it bring disappointment? Does it bring a little bit of sadness? Yes, it does. There is your inner world, like I was explaining, is very focused and very determined that you won't move until you feel that moment. But at the same time, there is you feel sad, you feel contemplative, reflective, that you cannot really have this connection embodied in a material way, and that is important to you. You know, touch, feel, being together, sharing moments in physicality is very important to you. But you're right now completely focused on getting that moment right. So you are not rushing, even though there is a burning desire to really go out and really just make it material reality. But you also know you need to be very, like, grounded. So until that moment comes, you cannot do anything. Because why? Look at this, two of water. This is a sense. I really feel that you sense it, that this is not the connection that where you rush and where you fear that things gonna go wrong, where you fear that, oh, if I, it does not come with the expiration date in your mind and in reality also, but you know it in your mind. That's why that moment is so important to you, because this relation, this connection is not about, oh, it was too late, oh, I did not do that, oh, I should have behaved this way, oh, I could have said that, all this kind of should have, could have, and what is right, what is wrong. That this is the connection where you don't have to think about should, could, would, and all these things. It's about being you. And I feel like that is the hard thing for you, is completely be you. And you're waiting for that moment when you feel very nice about yourself, when you feel that confidence, when you feel like, yes, I can be me without any kind of denial, without any kind of, even if I do denial, that would be me. I will become with light and shadow, but that will be me completely. I will be not trying to be somebody. I will not like any I should have. What do you mean by should have? Should have means that there is a rules is applied, right? I could have, like that means not having confidence in what you did. Is constant sense of regret. Oh, I did not do that. I didn't. Why regret? Every action you take, if it comes from within, there is no regret. Every action you take, that is your action. Maybe it can be different from others, but that is your action. There is no regret. You do things when you take action. When you take action from the very core of your heart, there is no regret, and that's the moment you're waiting for, when you feel like that everything you do, it doesn't have to be all light bright, it can. I cannot emphasize on this concept that we are both shadow and light, and we are constantly trying to suppress or fix our shadow side. There is no fixation, there is no fixed procedure of shadow, or the only way you can turn shadow into light by accepting shadow and really understanding what shadow is. And you are trying to go through, you are like waiting for that moment, that when you feel that no matter what you do, that comes from your core heart, so there is no regret. And this connection gives you that space to be in that way, because they are not bothered about what you should have, could have, would have done. They are bothered about the only thing they want is you, total you, not what you can be, not you what you want to be, but what you are in the moment. No matter how vulnerable it is, no matter how vulnerable or ugly, quote unquote, or beautiful, quote unquote, it is, they are there. They want to be there, and they are there, and you have that confidence. That's why you feel like this moment is so important for you. But look at this, like what's happening, Seven of Fire. Like I said, that confidence, everything comes from within. There is no, if this unicorn jump up this cliff, and if they break their leg, they will not have a single penny of regret. You know why? Because they wanna jump, they wanna feel the rush, they wanna feel the thrill, how it feels like float in the air for 2 seconds, even though you know that you're gonna, no, I'm not saying that's a thing to do, but that's the thing to do for them, and they know that. And having done that with full confidence and full understanding, and that action is not motivated by peer pressure, that action not motivated by some kind of advertisement stunt that you have seen on the television. It does not, it's come from a sheer will and desire from within. So that gives this kind of spiritual identities, that gives a spiritual upliftment. So you are getting that, you are trying to, maybe in before, you may have been trying to be a perfect person in this relationship, but there is none, and you are understanding that the only way you can be perfect is whatever your heart tells you, whatever your body tells you, whatever your like aligned mind tells you, and just go with that without any sense of regret. You are getting that the only thing that you need in a connection like this is you. We don't need anything else, because we generate anything else from that sense of being us. We try to gather other element first, because we feel like if we have those things, we can be us first. But I really feel and believe that the process is kind of reverse, and I feel that you are getting that. You are standing in your own aura, standing in your own, you know not caring about I should have done that, oh I should be this, I should be like this in a relationship, oh if I do that, that will bother him, or sorry, bother them or bother her, and like it's just gonna create this kind of thing. Oh, every time I have a tendency to do this. But everything you do, if you know that it's coming from you are doing with full consciousness of what you are doing, nothing is negative. But most of the time we don't do things with the full consciousness of what you're doing, without with the full consciousness of what's really our heart and mind wants. That's why it became a sign kind of shadow, because we don't understand our action most of the time, because we feel like, oh, this is not me, that's what it feels like, this is not us, because we don't do that action deliberately. We just do it because of we've seen that in our family, we see that in our peer pressure, like in our peers, in our friends, in society, and we kind of reflect that within ourselves, project that onto ourselves. And that's why most of the shadow does mean, most of the shadow, seriously, shadow thing, whatever we call shadow, most of the people, like majority, all of us almost, I mean, does not understand why it is like that, why I'm behaving like this, why I do this thing, and why I do that, because it's like unconscious action we pick up from our environment and try to implement that on our life. But if we do things, just whatever you feel in heart and just doing it, even though it goes against the norm, you will never feel the shadowy effect, because every action comes from your own choice and decision making power. And that's what the Seven of Fire is the Seven of Wands, right? Standing on your own will, standing on your own desire, no matter how unicorn is like, it's not even a real animal, right? It's like a, what is that word, it's like a spiritual representation of something of our higher mind, like those kind of things. It doesn't have to be related to our quote unquote 3D reality. Whatever you feel, it comes from your heart, no matter how different it from the rest of the world. If you feel like that's what you need to do, people will call you stupid. Oh, didn't you know you are gonna break the, yes, you are gonna, that, people if say that, oh, you did not know you are gonna jump off the cliff, and what you thought that you are gonna, like, not gonna break the leg. And I said, no, I did know that I'm gonna break the leg, but I wanted to experience that moment, and that's, I take the responsibility for my action. So, see, the moment you answer it like that, people will not call you stupid anymore, because they know that you own the power of your decision. And that's what exactly what is happening here. They will call you, oh, you are just different, you are very adventurous, or maybe eccentric in their brain, but you have your own identity and you are following that. You are creating your own identity and standing by it. And I really feel that Hanged Man and the Three of Earth, right under Two of Fire, there is, hold on, I need a minute. With the Hanged Man, I really, it's actually came like reverse, but I don't take reverse for this reading, so I put it but I, okay, let me get into this. I feel the Hanged Man is there because you feel like this is extremely deep connection, and you are extremely deeply involved in that, and you feel like you are really just falling. I never rate Hanged Man in this way. I really feel like it's just free falling. That's how you feel. It's like without gravity. It's something is just pulls you, and you fall and you go deep down in the ocean. It takes you in a deep emotional place of yours. And that's where you wanna sit down and hold. I really feel, oh my, this is happening. This is really happening. Like you are falling and you are just going down in a very, it's like, it feels very catharsis, it feels very meditative, but at the same time it's you know unnerve you. It does unnerves you, and you feel like, because you are a earth element, it is important for you to have like a material grasp on things, like where it is going. Like it doesn't have to be a conclusive answer, but it has to be a some kind of, you understand life, you understand your movement, you understand your progress in relation to material materially how it's panning out. So for you, Three of Earth, which is all about, like for here, is look at this person is looking about the prospect of it. What is the prospect of it? But this relationship does not give you that kind of 3D prospects. That doesn't mean it doesn't have it. It's just a different. It not gonna fit into that mold. It's not gonna fit into the structure. It took you a long time to really understand this concept. I mean, you sense it from the beginning that this is special, this is different, but you did not know that it's gonna be fundamentally structurally different as well. So that's why, but you like this fall, you like this free fall, so you are fine, that's why you held yourself, like you hold yourself back, because you feel like, because this is a new territory, this is a new way of understanding yourself, you feel like I need to know that moment where I can be completely me. Because this relationship, it's complete, this is not relationship, I'm not gonna call it a relationship, this connection, this love, this spiritual connection, love, it's something that is not gonna be measured by the 3D milestones. It's not gonna be measured by what I know how to measure or how to understand whether a connection is working or not. This is not gonna be measured by this. So I have to understand a new metric system or new unit system so that I can understand that I am fully there. And in order to do that, you need to be fully there with your heart and mind, which is not very, which is your not your by default go to until this connection happened. But look at this, you did it and you are doing it, is gonna be on your energy, whether you accept it or not, that's up to you. But I strongly feel that you are getting on the point, you are getting on the high point of the cliff where you will know exactly whatever you do, it's none of anybody's business. It's come from within, on only within you, and you take all responsibility of your action because you are in charge of your decisions. Those are the things that you are gonna get enlightened by, and not only enlightened by, it's not nothing to be enlightened. I feel like we all have this knowledge, wisdom, it's just a matter of accepting those knowledge and really acting on it. I feel like this is the time you're gonna act on it, because we got this 7 of fire, which is all about action. And this, I don't think this is your, I think this is the person. This person showed up at the end. Patience, temperance. This person is, they're waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting for so long that they can be freeze in a moment and become a classical painting. Does that even make sense? I don't know. It just came to my mind. I don't know what I said right now. Yeah, this person just, they love you so deeply. You guys are connected, like, it's like, but the thing is, with this person, this person just look, they are feeling this unfolding of the process at your end. But I feel like there is a sense of, deep sense of contentment that this person recently gained, which is, even if you never come, I mean, this is, I don't know how to, they just started to accept you exactly the way you are. Let me explain this. Let's say you got cold feet again, okay? And you don't want to take any actions. You just want to sit at the bottom of the ocean and keep obsessive, like being obsessive about it, okay? So far, the obsession is positive, but if you prolong it, it's gonna be turned into a negative energy because it's just the stuck energy, And they do want you. They do want you to act on your desire, act on your love, act on your feelings, act on your emotions, act on your power. But if you don't do that, even if you just stay there, they accept you in that way also, even though that breaks their, that will hurt. I mean, they are already, I feel like they are beyond hurt right now. They just, it just feels like that they just, I don't know, I'm getting a little bit of motherly affection in it. I'm not saying it's definitely not parental connection, filial connection. There is a sense of this kind of, this word used so often that it became a cliche, or kind of, like unconditionally. they really, like, they did not realize that. I don't think they did that from all the time, but they started realizing that they love you unconditionally, even if you just decide to sit in your on the ground of a, on the bottom of the ocean and holding these feelings, even though it's not going to be good for you. Of course they know that, but they will love you even in that state. Does that make sense? They have a, I don't know, there is a sense of infinity I'm getting, sense of eternity I'm getting. Whether you guys are together or not, there is a sense of connection. Yeah, but of course, when it comes to passionate love, when it comes to love that transmit into reality, 3D reality, material reality, which is very very important too. You know, we sometimes neglect or undermine the importance of material reality because we feel like the spirituality is everything, especially in the spiritual community. But that's not the thing. In order to really align oneself, the spirituality and materiality has to come together. Otherwise, there is no representation. It's on your all in your heart, all in your mind. I mean, we need that. We are a species of representation. That's why we have been keep living for over 10,000 years. If we did not have any representation, then we would have been extinct so long ago, because there is no progress without representation, without being in the 3D world, without being in the material world. Material does not mean the way, like the materialistic. Material world is, you understand Taurus, you understand material more than anyone. So in materiality maybe that this love will fade, but in spirituality this love will stay. But right now it's both. But I'm saying that's why the clock is here. The time is ticking though, but they are content. Time is ticking when it comes to like material reality of this relationship. If you really want this relationship to take a material shape, otherwise this love can be a burdensome to you. You when you feel this energy of seven of fire, like I explained before, catch it. Don't let it go. If you let it go, that's gonna be another reality of yours. It's not nothing bad, or it's just a different reality, but that reality might not give you this two of cups here. So it's up to you. It's up to you. It's up to you, everything. Okay? I hope you get something out of it, and I will talk to you later, okay? Take care. Bye.